Hello, kings and queens. This is King Stevian checking in with y'all once again, like always. Um, I am checking in to give y'all some important information that you're gonna need going forward, being your, uh, I call it PB, and I don't mean peanut butter and jelly or nothing like that, but some things we just gonna have to talk in codes about, and I guess as going through what I'm showing y'all figure out what I'm talking about. And if you don't know, just text me, kings that are already on the list, and I'll give you the word of what I'm saying. A lot of things we're gonna start coding, so that way, when I mention it online or offline on the phone, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So, this is what we're going to need when we're building our building. Okay. All right. After you put your hand in the cookie jar. Okay. And once you stick your hand in that cookie jar, okay, this is what you're going to need. All right. All right. So, you're looking at the IRS website, and this is called a FBAR. Okay. And it's telling you who must file this. And a lot of this stuff is dealing with taxes. Majority of it is with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the DTCC, and the IRS. Okay, so you're gonna want a FIN number. Moving forward, and I'm going to show you the form in a minute. The one with the DTCC. Okay, let me read this for you. Every year, under the law known as the Bank Secrecy Act, you must report certain foreign financial accounts. Now, let's pause right there. You are a foreign private banker, or you want to call it international banker. Okay, so you know what plays part with this, right? So we did it in 1998. Okay, there's your hint. All right. Such as bank accounts, brokerage accounts, and mutual funds to the Treasury Department and keep certain records of those accounts. You report the accounts by filing a report of foreign bank and financial accounts, FBAR, on FINS Form 114. Okay? Make sure you write this stuff down. Remember this, because if you are a cookie maker, to say it like that, you're going to need it. Okay? So, let's move on. Who must file? A United States person, including citizen, resident, corporation, partnership, limited liability company, trust, and estate, must file an FBAR 2 report. Okay? Now, when I was telling y'all about the W7, because sometimes you're going to want to be on their land doing some stuff, and you're going to have to handle it because you have family that's here. Okay? So, you're going to want a W7. You might have to lay low and just blend in. You're going to need a W7. Okay? And I'm giving you your hints. You want to get a 9-to-5 job just to blend in for some specific reason? W7. Okay? That's the purpose of it. So you can blend in. All right? There, I said it. But on the other end, you're going to go back to 1998, 1985. All right? So, it says a financial interest in or signature or other authority over it, at least one financial account located outside the United States. The aggregate value of those foreign financial accounts exceeded $10,000. And I'm thinking about the $100,000 that you're penalized with, because you can be penalized for not filing it. 10,000 and it's 100,000 unwillingly. Well, willingly. 10,000 for the unwilling. At any time during the calendar year reported. Generally, an account at a financial institution located outside the United States is a foreign financial account. Whether the account produce taxable income has no effect on whether the account is a foreign financial account for FBAR purposes. But you don't need to report foreign financial accounts that are, here we go, guys, correspondent, they're called nostro accounts, owned by a governmental entity. Good, because you will be a government. Owned by a international financial institution maintained on a United States military banking facility. That's your courthouses. Held in an individual retirement account, IRA, you own, or are beneficiary of. Held in a retirement plan of which you're a participant or beneficiary, or part of a trust of which you're a beneficiary if a U.S. person, trustee of the trust, or agent of the trust files an FBAR reporting these accounts. You don't need to file an FBAR for the calendar year if all your foreign financial accounts are reported on a consolidated FBAR. All your foreign financial accounts are jointly owned with your spouse, and you completed and signed FINS, and it's normally called a FINS Form 114A, authorizing your spouse to file on your behalf. And your spouse reports the jointly owned accounts on a timely filed signed FBAR. Okay? Note, income tax filing status such as married filing jointly and married filing separately has no effect on your qualifications for this exception. And the reason that being because it's not a 1040. On the 1040, that's when that plays part. I don't think on the 1041 it means anything. Okay? So, this is one new for y'all guys, the FBAR. So, let me go on over here because I want to read this. We're going to talk about the FIN. Okay. It's FATCA identification number. Okay? Enrollment process. There are certain entities, such as U.S. withholding agents, territory financial institutions, third-party preparers, or commercial software vendors that are not required to have a global intermediary identification number, non-gen filers. A non-gen filer is required to obtain a FATCA identification number, which is FIN, to be used in lieu of GEN to access IDES for FATCA reporting. The FIN is the 19-character identifier that will be entered in the metadata and FATCA XML message header. Important FIN facts. And I'm just briefing over this stuff so you'll be aware of this stuff and get acquainted with it moving forward as your private cookie maker. Okay? A FIN may not be issued via telephone. The contact person, POC, who is authorized to obtain a FIN on behalf of the entity, that's the dead man, okay? You're the power of attorney. Okay? You're the one that's going to get this number for the straw man. Okay? Consent to disclosure of tax matters and the publication of the entity's FIN on the the FFI list, or L list, must contact the IRS via the technical support page. Entities should obtain a FIN at least 6 business days prior to the month end to appear on the FFI list for the following month. For example, in order to appear on the June 1st FFIL list, you should obtain a FIN by May 20th, 2016. And this is old, but it still applies in 2020. Now, instructions for getting a financial institution number. See that? You need to document the POC and financial institutions information in FACA registration system technical support to get a FIN. The text box is limited to 1,024 characters. The table below shows the information you'll need. Email address. Enter the opening statements in the text. I am requesting a FIN and FACA reporting purposes. Type of entity. U.S. withholding agent. Territory financial institution. Third-party preparer. Commercial software. Reminds you of the 2848, right? Legal name of entity. That's your straw man. Entity's tax jurisdiction. Okay. Identifying information of the POC authorized to obtain a FIN on behalf of the entity and consent to disclosure of tax matters and the publication of the entity's FIN on the FFL list. Okay, got business title, name, mailing address, business telephone number, business email, business fax. Okay, you got the POC statement. Tells you right there. Certain name, a corporation, officer, partner, trustee, such and such, such and such. Y'all see that? Look at that in your own time. Okay? So this is another number that y'all guys going to have to get. Very important. You're going to have to get a FIN number. Okay? It's kind of like the PTIN number. You know? So that's why it's important to have your 8821s in place, your 2848s, and your Form 56 in place. And also, if you're going to be running it as a trust, the trust being over the all caps name, then you want to do your Form 56F for that one. All right, so where are we? Let's go here because I had something else. Well, let me show you the form. This is the one with the DTCC. Financial Industry Number Standard, FINS, form. Here's that form right here. Okay. And this, if you see right there, it says for the UK only. So you want to find one for the US online. You can go to the DTCC site and sign up for that. All right. Just want to show you what it looks like. Now I'm going to read these definitions to you. So guys, as I'm going through this, it should be going through your head like, wow, this is a lot. Yes, it is, because you're manning up or womaning up to be what you were born to do. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? They didn't teach us this stuff in school. A lot of the stuff, you know, we might have learned little bits and pieces of, but you can connect the dots by looking at this stuff here. All right? From now on, you're just going to have to be studying business taxes. Shoot, if you have study algebra again, then study that. But you're going to have to know a lot of stuff in the financial world. Okay? You want to be a banker. If you want to wake up in the morning, put your suit on, put your skirt on with your high heels, get in there and start studying. Because one thing I did when I was in business school, we had to dress for success. Okay? And so we had to dress up and wear a shirt and tie and suit. And what that did for me was it made me feel like I was going to handle business. It made me feel like I was in a boardroom or something. But my mind was focused once I got dressed. And if that's what you need to get yourself focused on this, because when you get in the real world, you're going to be dealing with guys who've been in this field for about 50 years. Shoot. Bank presidents. You know, most of them guys be 70. Shoot. And you're going to be talking with a lot of them. You're going to need to know how to talk with these people. Okay? You don't want to go in there talking all slang words and stuff. You want to talk professional because you don't want to lose your cool. You know what you're trying to do. Hey, I got my hand in this cookie jar here, but it's kind of low, so I'm trying to fill it up, So you got to be able to talk to them the right way. But anyway, let's get started, guys. A FINS number is required when filing this form with the Securities Information Center. That's the SIC. So if you've ever seen that on an IRS document, the SIC, or even the Securities and Exchange Commissions, that's what that means. Securities Information Center, which maintains a central database of lost and stolen securities. FINS numbers are also used by the DTC for the initial public offering. If you ever hear of a company saying, we filed our IPO, that means they're going public. Initial public offering. Okay? Tracking process, FINS numbers are assigned by DTCC. See there? Let's go on over here. Who must file an FBAR? And we read that over on the IRS website. A United States person, including a citizen, resident, corporation, partnership, limited liability company, trust, estate, must file an FBAR to report a financial interest in or signature, sign, or other authority over at least one financial account located outside the United States. Okay? And you see this was in 2020. Failing to file a FBAR can carry a civil penalty of $10,000 for each non-willful violation. But if your violation is found to be willful, the penalty is the greater of $100,000 or 50% of the amount in the account for each violation. God dang. Whoo! Y'all don't want that. And each year you didn't file is a separate violation. So, y'all guys who claiming y'all are private bankers, do you know about the FBAR? Do you know about the FIN? You ain't no private banker unless you done this. Stop letting these people lie to y'all, telling y'all are private bankers or y'all are secured party creditors. You're not. Get with real banking and you will know this. Start getting acquainted with the DTC, the DTCC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the IRS. Become friends with someone there. Start talking, start learning, start reading their documents, their paperwork, stuff that's online that's already filled out, their rules, their regulations. Because you're going to have to know this stuff. Who must file Form 114, whether you live in the U.S. or abroad? Every U.S. person, U.S. citizen, green card holders, resident aliens is required to file FinCEN Form 114 if they are an owner, nominee, or can control the distribution of the account's funds. What account? Now, a 14-digit BSA identifier is issued when FinCEN Form 114 report of foreign bank and financial accounts, FBAR, formerly Form TD F9022-1, Treasury Direct, is electronically filed on the BSA e-filing system website or filed using UltraTax CS. Okay? And that's it, guys. I just came in to give y'all some knowledge on some things that y'all going to need to know. I hope that y'all wrote this down. Please write this down because you're not no secured party creditor unless you know this stuff. Okay? Stop saying that. If you ain't got these numbers here and then got acquainted with what these numbers is and what you can do with it, what's required, then you're not no secured party creditor. You must be a real banker. You must be a real broker. Okay? You must be like somebody who owns the stock market. Know how that thing works in and out. Know about banking. Behind the counter and in front of the counter. In the office, out of the office. On lunch, off of lunch. See what I'm saying? Learn it. All right, guys. We are building. I don't care if you're Moor, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist. Hey, we need you to build with us the 100 Kings Nation. 100 Kings Nation. Okay? That is the 100 Kings country. Okay? So, if you want to join, female 100 Queens, the 100 Queens, you can hit me up too, and we'll definitely put you down. We need some women that can lead, some women that can teach, and want to have a nation, want to build a nation, okay, and want to live free, want to teach others to be free. That's what this is all about, being free, heaven here on earth, okay? So, it's time. It's time to stand up, do what's right, get what's right, and we're going to do what's right, all right? So, if y'all guys use this information to get free, don't blame me, blame the Lord. Won't he'll do it? Yes, he'll do it. So what you need to do is get this knowledge here, and start to pursue it. King Stevian, I am out. Y'all guys need to call me. My phone number is 850-345-4120. Shalom, Islam.